actually get me in a video with real pants on. Not that you can tell. But anyways, we're here. It's video time. So it is time for another one of my, like, quarterly hauls, I guess. So the first three that I'm going to talk about are the Avengers Reading Challenge group books that we're doing for April, May, and June. So we've got The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. This is like a historical fiction. It involves suffragettes and witches, and that's about as much as I know. If you want to know a little bit more about it, go check out, I have a video where I talk about it because I'm doing a TBR. The May book is Rides of the Red Hand by Olivia Chada. This is a dystopian set in South Asia from what I understand, and I believe there's some sort of rebellion or something, and the main character is obviously a cyborg. And then the final one is This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Matar and Max Gladstone. So this is our group book for June. It is about two people on opposite sides of the war, or of a war, and they're trying to, like, work on, like, they can travel through time, and they're trying to ensure that their timeline is the one that survives this war. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but it's a nice short thing, and we'll see where I go with it. Pardon me while I drink some water, because it took me all day to realize that I hadn't drunk any water. Really doing this adulting thing real well. Okay, so we'll move on to the couple of nonfiction I got two books by Rachel Held Evans. If you don't know who she is a progressive Christian who died a couple of years ago, I think in 2017, 2018, something like that, but I got inspired. Slaying Giants, Walking on Water, and Loving the Bible Again. This is about her relationship with the Bible as she's kind of examining her roots and examining what evangelicalism is. And then I also got Searching for Sunday, Loving, Leaving, and Finding the Church. I think that's pretty self-explanatory what these two books are about. Do I need to go further into them? No, I don't think so. Okay, and then next there's, I got a whole bunch of romances. I just did. The first one, the most important, well, there are two that are pretty important to me, but the first one is After Age, Eva Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the third book in the Brown Sisters trilogy. I absolutely adored. I'm 187 pages into this one. Like, I started it as soon as April started, and I love it. I am adoring it. It, surprisingly enough, might be a little too slow burn for me at the moment, but I'm sure there will be delivery soon. I also got The Marriage Game by Sarah Desai. I believe this is like a Pride and Prejudice retelling. I'm not entirely sure. It's an entrepreneur versus a CEO, and it's a romantic comedy and something involving her dad. It's set in San Francisco. I don't know. I don't care. It looked good. And like I said, I think it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling, and I'm always down. I'm like literally down for all of those. The other one I got is Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I've heard really good things about this series. It is set in a Renaissance festival, and she has to work at the Renaissance festival, and he works at the Renaissance festival, and sparks fly, and then they, you know, it's a romance novel. You know where this is going. I also went ahead and picked up Party for Two by Jasmine Guillory. This is the latest book in the Wedding Date series, I think. I kind of fell behind, so I might be missing some. I have no idea what this is about, except that it is about the sister of the character we meet in The Wedding Date, the main character of The Wedding Date. It's about her sister falling in love, and that was all I needed. Like, it's a series. I don't really look too hard into what a series is about. If I liked the first book, I'm gonna read the second book, and do I need more? No. I also went ahead and got the first two books in the Kiss Quotient, the Kiss Quotient series. I've got the Kiss Quotient, which I have read, absolutely adored. This is one of my favorite books in my most recent small booktubers video. I have a lot more information about it in that one, so go check it out, because there are also some other very good books in that video. I think I found a couple of favorites. And then I also went ahead and got The Bride to Test, also by Helen Huang. This is by Helen Huang, by the way. This is the sequel. It is about one of the main characters, like his cousin. Obviously, this is not like my lane, but from what I understand, both of these include very good autistic representation, because both of them include a character that is autistic, and the main author, the author is also autistic. She specifically wrote this one because she wanted to see a romance that had someone who was like her in it. I'm so excited. I'm ready for this to just be so good, because the first one was absolutely amazing. And then the final one is one of my most anticipated books of the year, and that's Breakup by Lily Manon. This is Zendaya Manon's romance author name. I don't know what the frack this is about. I have no idea. I just know that one of my favorite authors wrote a romance. And so I was like, well, obviously I'm buying it, and obviously I'm reading it at some point in my life. maybe, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of romancy, so maybe that's what I will do with my life this month. I'll just read all of these. I can't remember whether I already hauled this one, I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. I think I might have, or maybe I talked about it in the wrap up. If I have, I'll have cut this out, and if I haven't hauled it, you'll know I'm here. This, I've already read this. I loved it. I adored it. It's by Lila Lee. I already said that. It is about Sky, and she is auditioning for this K-pop competition, and she is doing it in, like, just basically spitting in the face of one of the judges because that judge thinks she shouldn't be auditioning. She shouldn't be doing the dancing. She shouldn't be doing the singing. She needs to lose weight. And Sky is like, no, I do not. I am perfect the way I am. And she's just like, I'm going to prove that I can do this without losing the weight, without, you know, making this about me being on this journey to be skinny, and it's just going to be about me doing this K-pop contest. This was so good. This was absolutely adorable. It's like sunshine in a book. I mean, it's hard at some places, but it is just basically, it'll leave you warm and fuzzy feeling, and you will be glad you read it. Other contemporaries I got With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is about Imani, and Imani is a high schooler going into her senior year, and there is a culinary arts class that starts up at her high school, and she really wants to be a part of it, and she wants to go to Spain, but she is also a single mom. She got pregnant in her freshman year, and she has been raising her daughter for the last 2 years, and she is trying to balance school and work and having a kid and still, you know, be able to apply for colleges and stuff. And so it's really, really good. I liked it. It is a very light read. It's not one that, like, if you're looking for something that's heavy hitting like Poet X was, this isn't it. This is just something that you read and you are like there was enough already going on in Imani's life. We didn't need to add extra drama to what was going on, so we didn't. And then the final one, I got the graphic novel of The Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. I love reading Jason Reynolds stuff. He is really, really good. My favorite so far is The Boy in the Black Suit. That one just kicked me in the teeth, basically, with feelings. And that doesn't happen very often, but I got the graphic novel. I have read The Long Way Down, and I was interested to see how he would have taken this book in verse and turned it into a graphic novel. I think the fact that it is in verse probably lends it very well to being a graphic format. I have some more fantasy. All the rest of this is fantasy, I think. Well, one of them is historical fiction. I also got the second book in the Spin the Dawn trilogy, I think it is at this point. Maybe the second. I can't remember whether it's a trilogy or a duology. I got Unravel the Dusk by Elizabeth Lim. I enjoyed Spin the Dawn, and I want to see where this book takes our main character, what happens if she's able to overcome the challenges that arose at the end of the last book. I'm here for it, okay? I also got Vicious Spirits by Kat Cho. I read Wicked Fox, and it just, like, if I've already posted the review, I'll link it up top. If not, know that there is a review coming for that book because it was just so good. I loved it. I have no words. It is so good. It's about a girl named Gumi Young, and she is a gumiho. She's a gumiho. She is basically, so, like, the gumiho is the nine-tailed fox, and she has to feast on the souls of men in order to stay young, and so she does. Technically, I think it's just feast on the souls of people, but, like, specifically the mythology for the gumiho is men, and so that's what they do, and she specifically is, like, trying to choose people who have done terrible things so that she kind of feels not the worst about the fact that she has to kill people to survive. This follows Sumin in the, like, aftermath of what's happened in Wicked Fox, and it's going to go into, like, there's still issues, kind of lingering issues from Wicked Fox, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. This is so, like, these books have been tropey in, like, the best way. I generally don't think tropey books are bad. I think they can be done well. I think they can be done poorly. Tropes are tools. They are no different than any other tool. You can use a tool well, or you could use it incorrectly sometimes, or poorly, or not as well as you could. Now it's time for me to admit, oh, I forgot a contemporary. I also got Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I've read it. I loved it. Angie Thomas can do no wrong. As far as I am concerned, all of her books are absolute smash hits for me. I am just in love with her characters, in love with her world. This book had me laughing from the beginning. Like, she does such a good job of balancing heavy and happy. Like, she hits you in the face with your feelings multiple times, but she also gives you light moments. She gives you fun moments. She knows how to write families. I absolutely adore it. This is the prequel to The Hate U Give, so it's about the main character of The Hate U Give. It's about her father, and I love him even more than I did from the first book. I'm just like, Lisa Carter got herself a very good man, and he was a mess as a kid, but you can see how he became the person he became, and I love it. Now it is time for me to admit that I ended up with 2 copies of the same book. This is why you need to actually keep an eye on your wish list on Amazon, and remember to remove books in a timely manner. So I, went ahead and bought myself the hardcover copy of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I wanted to reread it. I like hardcovers best, even if they are books that weigh about the size of a small child. This is a 1,000-page beast, and I refuse to listen to the audiobooks anymore because I feel like I can read the book faster than I can listen to the audiobook at this point. I don't know. But anyways, I got this lovely thing, and look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's got that. Because I want to collect them in the hardcover, number 1, because I am impatient and I don't like waiting, and number 2, I like hardcovers because you can remove the dust jacket, beat the book up, put the dust jacket back on, and then it still looks nice on your shelf. That's who I am as a person. I also I don't care about cracking the spines of books, but then they look bad to me and I don't like it. But some lovely person who loves me sent me the paperback of The Way of Kings for my wish list, because I think when I put it on my wish list, I was like, it's a big book. I don't want this in hardcover. They're really not that much different in weight. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a little bit. My scale is broken and it's gonna stay that way, so I can't actually weigh them. But I don't know who this was. I don't know who sent it to me, but I want to thank them because it was very kind of them to send me a book at all. And I am sorry our signals got crossed. Thank you to whoever sent this to me, because I am very... Oh, Orson Scott Card is quoted on the back of this. The Way of Kings is set in this fantasy world. I don't really remember a lot, except that I enjoyed the frack out of Wit. He was so much fun. He's like my favorite kind of character trope, all wrapped in like just the funny, witty, like the almost like the court jester type character where like he speaks truth to power. Love it. Love it. And I do believe that he crosses over between several Brandon Sanderson series. Not that I know. I have no idea, actually, at this point. I'm hoping this series will treat me better than Mistborn did. Although it is an ensemble series, so I guess I gotta be careful who I get attached to. I don't know if I mentioned Ruin and Rising when I did my last haul, but I also got Siege and Storm and Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I got these covers, but they have the Netflix sticker on them, and I am very unhappy about it. I'm gonna have to, like, I'm going to be going to my bookstores and just be like, hey, I'm looking for this. So we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. When we get there, I hate this. I hate this so much. This is part of a video that I am doing, will be doing. It may be up yet, it may not. I also got Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 5, the Fullmetal edition. I just love these hardcovers. Again, I'm just such a sucker for hardcovers. I love these hardcovers because they are so, like, just pretty and happy, and I like that they have the characters featured on them. Took them 5 volumes to get one of the women on a cover. Nope, 4 volumes to get one of the women on the cover, so, you know, not the best, but whatever. I will take it, because this series does have some of the best female characters I've ever written. It's because it was written by a woman. You can tell. If you haven't heard me talk about Fullmetal Alchemist, where have you been? We're almost at the end. I got The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken. I think I actually got this last year and then just left it in my car and forgot to haul it. It's about Zoo. She is one of the main characters from the Darkest Minds trilogy, and this is kind of like a follow-up, like 5 years later when she is older, so she's the main character. Speaking of other books that I have videos happening for, Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. I read this. It broke me. I hate it. I can't wait for the next one. This is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy, and it's about James Nope, it's not about James Carstairs. He was in the last series. It's about James Herondale and Lucy Herondale and Cordelia Carstairs and Matthew Fairchild and Thomas Lightwood and Christopher Lightwood. That's all 4 of the boys. Okay. This is a mess. But in like the good way, like in the well, obviously I want the next book, like, I want air to breathe, so, clearly, in the good way. I am... yeah. Finally! We're almost at the end! I got the collector's edition of Cricket Kingdom, guys, by Leigh Bardugo. It's so pretty. I love it so much. It is the prettiest thing. It's funny because I specifically got Six of Crows, or I finally got this because I could find the Six of Crows special edition, and then this one, like, they were out of it after they let me order it. This is about a group of 6 people who end up having to pull off a heist in the first book, and it goes wrong, terribly wrong. And then this is about the fallout of that, and they're having to, like, get their money and survive and not die. So it. This might possibly be the best thing Leigh Bardugo has ever written. I am highly biased. I finally gave in to my weird obsession with the Tutors and got a dark history, Tutors, murder, adultery, incest, witchcraft, wars, religious persecution, piracy. I am more interested in the Tutors than any American should be. They are messy. They are fun to read about. They have things happen in their life and you sit there and you go, that actually... Like, if this was a soap opera, I'd say this was bad writing, but it's actually happening. Wow. I got it because it's a good reference, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. I'll read it and I'll see if it lines up with some of the other stuff I know. And then finally, I got the first volume of Catwoman, the 2018 series by Joelle Jones and Fernando Blanco and Laura Allred. I believe this is when she was still doing most of the drawing. Oh, look at that. That's such, I like it. Look at that, look at that, look at that. So this, as you can tell by the fact that Selena is still in her wedding dress, happens right after the botched wedding. The wedding she runs away from, like her self-esteem issues got the better of her and she just like bolted, which is weird because that's usually Bruce's job, but no, it's complicated and I need to read a whole bunch of Batman to kind of get to where we are there. It's her dealing with the fact that she wants to be with Bruce and has determined in her head that she does not deserve to be with him, or that if she is with him, it will make him not good as Batman and like Gotham needs Batman. And I just love the question, that the fact that Tom King's like, well, what if, can Batman be happy and still be Batman? And I'm just like, I think he can. I definitely think he can. I think that his main mission, which is to protect the innocent, is not hindered by him not being angry. Big letters in the back. The wedding is over. We were so close, guys. We were so close. Maybe I'll see this by the end of my lifetime. I hope so. I hope DC lasts long enough that I get to see it. I'd like them to be like another Clark and Lois. Like, they're obviously not Clark and Lois, but like a couple as strong as Clark and Lois, where like you just can't break them up. Like, if you try, it is recognized by the fandom as a giant ass mistake. Anyways, there aren't a lot of people that are like, yeah, Clark belongs with someone else. Oh, no, wait, there are people who like him with Wonder Woman. I forgot that part. I'm always interested in, like, I'm more interested in relationships where people are kind of, like, not necessarily unequal, but, like, they're badasses in different ways. And, like, Clark and Wonder Woman are the same person, basically, except she gets her powers from the Greek deities, and, I think she can be shot? I'm not entirely sure on that one. So, that is, that's my haul, my most recent haul. I don't even know how many books that is. That's a lot of books. That's a lot more books than I usually have in one of these, even when I have a thrift store haul. And I haven't been going to the thrift stores because I don't feel as safe there as at Barnes & Noble. They're usually a bit more crowded when I'm able to go. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will have videos over here. If you would like to watch other things that are on my channel, I'll probably link some of the videos that I have mentioned if they are up. You know the drill. Talk to me about books in the comments. If you're not feeling chatty, leave me a stack of books emoji just to let me know you watched the end of the video. That's what this is. This is a video. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!